I think that I've now, at 63 years old, suddenly owned that it's not a bad thing to speak your voice.
There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like...
Oh, the walls of Montecito are shaking again. And it's not another Netflix crew or a botched PR trick causing it. This time, the storm is colossal. Meghan Markle is reportedly spiraling into full meltdown mode after none other than Sarah Ferguson. Yes, Fergie herself decided to unleash secrets long buried. What she revealed has thrown royal insiders and Hollywood elite into sheer chaos. Fergie's revelations dredged up Meghan's alleged yacht escapades and even hinted at a link to a certain duke. Years before Harry ever stepped onto the stage, the fallout. A scandal so explosive that Buckingham Palace allegedly had to break its silence behind locked doors. Pour your tea carefully because this is no ordinary whisper. This is a kind of drama that shakes the crown and ignites every Hollywood gossip column. And it all began so quietly, almost eerily so. Fergie was promoting her charming new book, All Calm, All Healing, and Forgiveness. The tone was nostalgic, seemingly harmless, until someone mentioned Meghan Markle's modern sway over the monarchy. That's when the atmosphere shifted. Witnesses say Fergie's smile stiffened. Her eyes sharpened, and she whispered, "Oh, Meghan." Then that sly, knowing smirk slowly spread across her face as she added, "She's not the first young woman obsessed with royal life or the glittering perks it brings." The interviewer chuckled nervously. But Fergie didn't. That mischievous Fergie smile lingered as she continued. "I remember whispers years ago about a certain yacht summer. You know, those dazzling trips where everyone's performing, chasing attention, praying someone important is watching." Then came the line that detonated the internet. Some of those faces ended up in shockingly unexpected places, even within Buckingham Palace. Cue the collective gasp from royal watchers everywhere.
King Charles has very much been dragged into this. The king has been heckled during the...
Eyes immediately shifted to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's former residence, Frogmore Cottage, as internet detectives scrambled to connect the dots. Sharp-eyed fans quickly noticed one infamous yacht trip from the early 2000s that had haunted Meghan's online history for years. Those dazzling parties off the coasts of Greece and Monaco, where models, Hollywood hopefuls, and the ultra-wealthy collided. And guess who reportedly attended? A young, ambitious actress and one royal guest, Prince Andrew. No one is claiming Meghan had a romantic link with Andrew, but the implication alone was incendiary. Fergie's comment, whether calculated or spontaneous, reopened one of the most notorious chapters of Meghan's pre-royal life, the yacht girl allegations. Within hours, Twitter and TikTok erupted. The hashtag Fergie mentioned went viral as old photos, gossip, blogs, and archival threads resurfaced. People dug deeper, insisting Fergie had confirmed what Meghan had spent years desperately trying to hide. Inside Montecito, Meghan was reportedly seething. Friends told the Mirror she labeled Fergie jealous and accused her of betrayal, insisting she had never met Andrew socially, labeling the yacht rumors misogynistic lies designed to ruin her. But here's the twist. Fergie didn't flinch when paparazzi caught her outside Claridge's hotel the next day. And someone shouted, "Fergie, what did you mean about Meghan in the yacht summer?" She just smirked and replied, "Oh, darling, I don't tell tales. I just remind people that every fairy tale starts somewhere." That single sentence ignited shockwaves, because if anyone knows how to drop a scandal with a grin, it's Fergie. Behind palace doors, fury reportedly simmered, though she's lingered on the royal fringe for years. Fergie's words still wield power, especially aimed at a duchess already on precarious ground with the crown. One royal aide told the Daily Mail, "The palace has no interest in dredging up Meghan's past." But Sarah's remarks couldn't have landed worse. The king's focus is unity. And this reopened wounds barely starting to close. In plain terms, Fergie just poured gasoline on a fire the royals were desperate to smother. But why now? Why would Fergie, fully aware of the sting of public humiliation, dare to jab at Meghan? Palace insiders say it boils down to respect or the absence of it. Apparently, Fergie felt slighted by Meghan during her early royal days. Remember Princess Eugenie's wedding? That moment when Meghan announced her pregnancy, stealing the spotlight from the bride. Fergie never forgot. One insider said she saw it as classic Meghan turning someone else's milestone into her own headline. So, when years later the chance arose to remind the world Meghan wasn't always the polished duchess she presents, Fergie couldn't resist. And truthfully, when it comes to royal revenge, no one plays the long game quite like the Windsors. Meanwhile, Hollywood went into full-blown panic mode. Meghan's PR team reportedly scrambled to scrub search results, reach out to outlets, and plead for the yacht rumors to be buried. But as we know, the internet never forgets. Archived blogs resurfaced. Old photos reemerged. Former industry acquaintances began whispering about who Meghan once knew, how she climbed the ladder, and which rooms she had access to. And then came the most explosive part, Prince Andrew's name being even remotely linked to her. In PR terms, that's the ultimate red flag. One Hollywood insider said bluntly, if Fergie is even hinting Meghan was in that circle, even socially, it's a PR nightmare. That genie isn't going back in the bottle. Within 48 hours, global headlines blared. Fergie's yacht comment sparks royal panic. Montecito meltdown. Meghan furious over Duchess Sarah's remarks. Was Meghan's past more intertwined with the royals than we thought? It was as if Meghan's old Hollywood life had crawled out of the shadows, and this time she couldn't control it. Fans noticed something strange. Meghan's official website and social media went silent. No updates, no posts, no appearances. Sources close to her said she'd locked herself in crisis meetings, calling her team old contacts. Even Princess Eugenie now awkwardly caught between her mother and her former close friend. But Fergie's camp wasn't backing down either. Rumor has it she has more stories, ones that could reveal shocking new details about those pre-Harry days. If true, buckle up, this drama has only just begun. For years, Meghan's team tried to bury that era. The yacht trips, the Hollywood hustle. But Fergie had just shattered the unspoken royal rule: never expose the past. Now Meghan's nightmare was here. Her old world colliding with her royal image, the internet refusing to let it fade. She was cornered by Fergie's wit, the receipts, her own history. The burning question now, what will Meghan do next? Because if there's one thing Meghan Markle knows exactly how to fight back. The moment that story hit the airwaves, it was like tossing a lit match into a gas-filled room. Meghan wasn't just upset, she was incandescent. Insiders say she stormed through her Montecito mansion, phone in hand, pacing, firing messages to her team non-stop. After everything I've done for that family, she reportedly muttered disbelief curdling into rage. But if Hollywood taught her anything, it's this. When someone tries to control your story, you take the pen back. And that's precisely what she intended. Within hours, her PR machine was in full throttle. Crisis calls, late-night emails, carefully crafted non-comments every signal that something monumental was brewing. According to insiders, Meghan began building her counter-narrative. Not a simple rebuttal, but a reclamation. She reportedly reached out to a top streaming exec about a documentary, A Truth Project. A modern duchess standing tall against the whispers. Yet Fergie didn't flinch. When asked about the rumored feud, Fergie simply smiled. "Oh, I don't think anyone should fear the truth. Do you?" The quote went viral. Press hysteria ensued. Social media turned it into a showdown. The Duchess who stayed versus the Duchess who strayed. Meghan's flawless California image, softtones.com, compassion began to unravel. Then came the leaked photos, glitzy events, luxury yachts, old parties, all out of context. The internet didn't care. They only saw scandal at Montecito. The tension was suffocating. Harry was furious, not just at the press, but at the palace, at everyone. He tried to shield Meghan before, but this felt personal. Still, Meghan refused to fold. She reemerged poised, radiant, unshaken, attending women's leadership events, smiling for cameras. Her look said calm confidence, but her eyes screamed, "We're ready every time they come for me." She reportedly told everyone, "I'll come back stronger." And she did, though the cracks were visible. Fergie, meanwhile, kept her charm offensive alive. Talk shows, witty anecdotes, sly digs that required no names. Audiences laughed. Clips went viral. Team Fergie trended. Suddenly, Meghan wasn't the victim anymore. She was being painted as the aggressor. So she made her next move a bold one. She'd speak on camera, not a podcast, not a series, a raw personal interview. Her truth. Her voice. But in royal circles, speaking up is far riskier than silence. As she prepared for her televised moment, whispers grew louder. Fergie's old allies began talking. Former aides, old friends, all chiming in. The story that began with one sly comment had escalated into a full-blown Duchess war. And as one palace insider put it, Fergie has been through hell and back. Meghan is still learning. When you fight the crown fights back harder. The crown fights back harder.